Moving forth to day 3 of the event, both teams had clearly demonstrated their potential to go home as the champions for Season 11. Maximum Effort only pulled off one of the maps during their best of 3 in day 2, so they planned to put up their strongest game here for the most important day of the playoffs as they found themselves in the lower bracket. Their first challenge, if you can even call it that, would be a best of 3 against Check 6 Gaming, a team comprised of veteran champions to several international tournaments, but they would wind up getting demolished by Maximum Effort, or should I just say swag. The young talent employed aim and game sense like no other during the entire tournament, but especially shined in the Check 6 best of 3 as they needed to win in order to advance. Maximum Effort would win their matches on both Tuscan and Train, winning 16-1 and 16-3 respectively. It was all about new talent rising to the calling of coming up big for the team, able to dominate and constrain very experienced players from using their old school tactics. Aim and aggression would prove dominant, moving Max Effort right along into the finals against their biggest rivals, UMX. Meanwhile, UMX was confident and ready for the new day as they happily awaited for Max Effort to join and ready up in the server, needing to only win one of the best of 3s. Max Effort, however, would need to win 2 of these best of 3s to take home the title as champions, making their lives that much harder. Their most important battle of the tournament would start here on Nuke, UMX starting on CT side, leading with Paulie making a super aggressive but worthy play, pushing up into radio and scoring 3 frags. UMX would go on to win the next 2 rounds, but during the first gun round, Swag would shut down UMX's attempt at an upper retake with 3 quick frags of his own, retaliating against his team's loss in day 2. Elliot would scoop up a fancy little eco ace, ensuring UMX couldn't get lucky and also prevented any guns from being saved.
Nice. They have no guns so far. Nice round,
For the last round of the half, Sean Gares gets on fire as he jumps his way down and into the ramp room, getting 3 quick frags, completely clearing lower, but then Semphis accidentally team kills him. Real big mistake here, as Sobo would be left in a 1 vs 4 situation in the door and would eventually win the 1 vs 1 against Swag, able to get the defuse. Definitely a great half for Maximum Effort overall. Unfortunate about that last round, but they wouldn't get discouraged and they would move into the second half by winning the pistol round and would stop a surprise buy to really solidify a great start to the CT side. Swag and Escares would do a great job with the Famasas on floor, helping Max Effort to take the first map 16-9. Moving on to map 2, Train, Max Effort brought their momentum from Nuke right along and started the half by winning the CT pistol and the 2 following ecos. UMX finally had a chance to show their stuff during the first full gun round, which they'd win, but they'd accidentally get a team kill and a suicide during this round, which really hurt their money even though they got the bomb down. Money's obviously something you want to have control over, this is Counter-Strike, but it's so incredibly important on the T side of Train. Kiko had a great round outside with his AK, and more notably, Paulie had an excellent 3K, where he snuck behind Maximum Effort and took him out fast. These would be the only real successes for UMX on Train, as they'd lose this map to Maximum Effort with a quick 16-5 score. This would conclude the first best of 3. Again, Max Effort would need to win 2 of these, since they were coming from the lower bracket. By this time, they were rolling with tons of momentum, confident in their ability to win out and take the cake. second best of 3 would start out on Forge, where Max Effort showed no signs of slowing down, taking the pistol round. On the first gun round, Steno would retaliate with his AWP, playing wide open positions, but still would snag vitally important frags. Unfortunately for UMX, Swag was still individually on fire, and would be able to pull off the 1 versus 2. Both teams had just played each other on Forge the day before, where Max Effort won the first half in a dominant 14-1, but today, UMX would really put their hearts into it, you could really tell, making the game much more back and forth. The teams were clearly trading rounds, and you could tell that they were both very confident in their ability to win the most challenging of situations. The second half had UMX winning the pistol round, but Max Effort winning the gun round, so still very back and forth. In what would be the last round of the map, Nothing steps up huge, picking up a 3K, and he also hits this super clean shot through the connector wall, totally changing the fate of the game. The final score would be 16-13 in favor of Max Effort, and now UMX is completely discouraged. You know, they've lost 3 maps in a row, and if they lose one more, they're going home. So it's do or die at this point. The match on Inferno was fantastic. It would eventually go into overtime, first and foremost, starting with an incredibly tense pistol round that UMX was able to win for the T side. They'd win the following ecos as well, but things wouldn't go as planned for UMX during the first gun round, where Swag would win the 1 versus 1, still proving to be a huge asset for Max Effort. Still, there was obviously no clear victor here, and each team would need to pull out the big guns for the second half. Swag pulled off a big 4K and a fantastic start here in the second half on pistol round, which made things look really grim for UMX. Swag is already a dangerous player, but even more so after losing during day 2. The first gun round would also go smoothly for the Ts, as Sean and Semphis would work to get 2 kills apiece. At this point, it seemed as though Max Effort was in the clear to take the map, but UMX had their backs against the wall, and they're never more dangerous than in that position. Flowstick retaliated with an excellent stop to the B rush, helping UMX to later reclaim the site and pick up an incredibly important round. They'd move on to win 5 rounds in a row, giving all of us spectators the chills by this potential comeback. Moving into round 30, Max Effort would need this 1 round alone to win the match, but UMX would come back, pushing this insanely tight match into overtime, where the money would be put right out on the table. Starting us in overtime, round 31, Semphis and his teammates would take the B bomb site, and Swag would pick up a huge spam into the back halls. Round 32, Swag gets a pick early in the window room, Max Effort would rotate to B and then would finally win by the bomb blowing up. Even though Sobo would live, he really needed to go back and save that gun to help their money situation. Now into round 34. Max Effort needs to win this round to win the game. Semphis holding down the jungle side of middle and claiming the B retake from Paulie, able to secure 4 rounds in a row during overtime and winning Maximum Effort the first place title for ESEA Season 11. The final score would be a close 19-15 with UMX failing to deliver in overtime. Maximum Effort came all the way back from the lower bracket to beat UMX after being defeated by them in the day before. On this final day, they won an extensive 2 best-of-3s in a row, rightfully ending up being crowned as your champions for 1.6 and no doubt the best team in North America. My name is Cake Builder. You better be sure to participate by both spectating and playing in the upcoming ESEA League Season 12.